What's going on, family? Black Finish checking in. Just wanted to give you a small update on the HogOn Cafe container conversions. I'm working on a few things right now, actually lining out the cap for the rear door and accessory way. So I'm figuring out a couple things. I'm trying to line it out on how the design I want it. But as of now, I got it lined out when I'm about to tack my bar across or weld my bar across. So let y'all see this little section of it. Trying to do a small things right now. I always bevel the ends. This is 3/16, but just to give you the penetration, I bevel the ends of it. it today. So see, I'm out here getting it raw. Good afternoon, good afternoon. The piece that I'm welding this now was for the support for the door, the bracket at the, and the other piece at the top up here is where corrugated metal is going to go like this. So it's going to go across. You remember how I said I wanted to utilize this piece? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to cut strips out of this, go across the side, across the top, and then I'm going to use some more of the side to fill this other end in. And then I have a 11 gauge, which is 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch thick. It's a 4x8. So that 4x8 sheet can or will cover this. This section right here is actually 4 inches shorter. So I'm gonna cut it off and make it go right under here. So that way this whole end will be fabricated, and then it'll be corrugated metal going across the top to keep the design of the building. So I have it on the side, and I have a flat piece of metal on this side. But the cool thing about this side, I'm gonna have a design. I'm gonna put something on the outside to it. That's well, I'm gonna go with the flat surface. So it'll have the flat surface here, but it's gonna have some stuff fabricated on it. So my goal is to try to kill a couple birds in one stone, trying to do something cool. So I decided to go against the roll-up door for a couple of factors. I went and gone and bought the steel door, which this steel door, heavy door, is actually the same price. Actually, I take that back. It's actually cheaper than the roll-up door if I could have found one local. Like in Phoenix, you're gonna find one about $400, probably out the store with tax and everything. So this door right here cost me about $600, which is a heavy duty steel door, and this is a 36 inch door, 36 wide, insulated, fireproof, all that good stuff. So that's a plus for that. So when you're dealing with a lot of people that got homes and offices in this area and they have their little shops, they'll rather go with this door. So I would like to have this one as a display of what you can get, because the majority of people in this area will get the door versus the roll-up door. So since I'm in this area, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone with that one, but I'm still gonna offer them, so I'm gonna get a chance to do one and have one in for those who want one. And maybe in my future when I do another one, I have it in there. But I'm just gonna kill two birds with one stone with this one. I'm gonna use the door, I'm gonna fix it up, make it nice and fancy, so to speak. I'm gonna put, like I say, I'm gonna have that flat piece of metal here, which it'll be welded right under, you know, it'll fit kind of even with that, so it'll look the same like this, for instance. Right now I got it propped up, you know, but it'll be like this This here pretty much lays on here about, I don't know, it can go the width of this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go about 1/2 inch or so up on this, and then stitch it, and then that other sheet to go right under there, right connect to it, and go right under the bottom of that tube right there, and then I'm gonna stitch it in. I'm not gonna weld it in solid because I'm just gonna cock it. I'm gonna stitch it in and then cock it. Or I might, yeah, that's probably gonna do. I'm just gonna stitch it all the way around and then cock it. So it'll be stupid good. Do the inside, the outside, and the inside. But that's my goal with this. Just want to give you some ideas of what I'm doing out here. This is going to be the end cap. I'm actually I think I'm going to, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go on and probably put the piece up here, but I'm gonna wait for this part because I'm gonna put this in afterwards because I can pick the door up, stick it in there, and the piece that I got to cut here, I can go on and fabricate it, but I'm gonna wait too and stand it up in there. That way, if I use the forklift, if I rent the forklift, which I'm planning on getting that, so if I get it, I can pick it up from the bottom and even the door out, you know, where the cap is going, tack it in, and I can remove it. So that's the goal. So I'm gonna go on and put the top in now up there, tack it in, so get some measurements. I think I got like 15 inches up there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Trying to get things prepared. Saying like every time I go in here, I lose reception, so I'm gonna try to leave the doors open. Maybe y'all can get better reception. As you see, I started the floor. I got my cut all the way at the bottom, so it's already cut. The bottom is, and that's where it's gonna keep going up. I'm just waiting now because there's no reason for me to cut it without me having the proper equipment to go on and cap it. Because I can use one person to help me cap it, but I still got to separate it. So my goal is to wait till I get everything lined out to have someone separate the unit. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, this is the floor, and I'm also going to be adding to the floor too. So we're going to be putting another 3/4 flat plywood or whatever, or 1/2 inch, because I'm going to be doing a flooring on here. But to lift this one up to do another floor, we are also going to be putting a floor on top of this one to bring it up some. So that's going to be part of the deal too. So we're going to be bringing that up. So that's what I'm working on right now. Like I say, I guess got a couple things lined out, and you see how it starts out. Everything starts simple, but you guys got to take your time, especially when you're working by yourself. You're working on a budget. You can only do what you can do at that time, at that moment, and then you fall back and you do some more. But I went and gone and cut the bottom because I wasn't tripping. I knew it wasn't going to get anything come in to mess it up doing that process at this moment anyway. So yeah, the space is huge. Yeah, it's a nice, and this is a 40 footer, by the way. They come in 45s, but this is a 40 footer, 40 by 9.5 by 8. So my HogOn Cafe is going to be 20 by 8 by 9.5. So half of this unit is going to be a storage facility for this lady that I'm doing this part of the end for, and then the other half will be the cafe. So that's how I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone with this project. So that's what I'm doing now. Like I say, I got that done. I'm gonna probably go in and lift it up and take it over, put the door back in the inside. That way I'm done with that part. And I'll probably work on the top piece because I'm gonna have to cut a piece or 2 pieces to go across it. Yeah, I'm probably have to cut 2 pieces. My best to utilize everything that I have. And one thing I have to say about this area around here, um, it's a lot different when it comes to dealing with the steel. Like it's a controlled market. Most of them are pretty much the same. You have to literally really network. You know, it is what it is. Like on my targets, I normally could buy half a plate or what I needed. Wasn't forced to buy a whole sheet. Here, I'm forced to buy a whole $700 sheet instead of me versus I was buying, you know, spending $250 buying what I needed at the moment. So now it makes it more of a bigger burden on me to get everything off the ground. Oh, most definitely I am. It's crazy that you said that. My son was asking me, was I gonna come to his school to talk about what I do? And most definitely, I look forward to it. Literally, I look forward to it. So I'm gonna be excited, and most definitely, I'll share it with y'all. I go live and share it with my community when I actually get a chance to do that, because that's most definitely gonna be a blessing. Because I want to give them a different outlook if I get the opportunity. I want to be able to plant a couple seeds, and you never know who mine I might be able to plant a good seed in when I'm sharing my story. You know. But out here, it's a controlled market. So I'm learning how to network outside of the box and form my own thing. Everybody say they do saying as good as what they say. They just doing it. They haven't had any ins and outs and been around it on certain aspects. So being here now, I can be able to kill a couple birds with one stone as for thinking outside the box. Hey, we can do a virtual interview. That'll be dope. Where we can do it. I guess I think Zoom got a way you can set it up to do it. But that'll be neat to actually share some of my experiences either in the field, or I could be actually out in the field on the job, or I can, you know, be somewhere where I can actually show them in my small shop. They just show them what I do on my downtime or whatnot. But yeah, that'd be cool, man. I'm open. I'm open for that. I appreciate you for reaching out and just asking me about that. My bad. Yeah, just let me know on that. That'll be some interesting stuff to do a virtual video for your class. That'll be neat. Need to figure out. So we're going to use the best end of this. Another thing too, when you cut these, make sure you use some gloves. Please, I'm going to say that again because this stuff is sharp once you cut it. So when you get ready to cut it again, make sure you have some gloves on, or when you handle it and moving it around, because it don't have a lot of forgiveness. I'm gonna let you know that. It don't have a lot of forgiveness, so you're gonna have to be safe when you're dealing with it. Like very, very, very. Got my soapstone. So normally, by yourself, I'll make me 2 lines. My piece is 15. I make it an 1/8 inch shy. So that was my first mark. I have to make one up here too for some reason. It's just when you're dealing with this corrugated steel, you have to make marks on the inside and the outside pieces, just for the safe side, because sometimes it can get difficult trying to maintain your line in the inside. So I'll move this over here so y'all can kind of see me actually when I get ready to do this. Go get some water because that stuff is dry. I'm gonna put it over here some. I don't want to catch no fires. So I got a little bucket to use actually. So I'm gonna use my little bucket. And by the way, I love using the metal blades, are good. I bought a couple. But when you're cutting these cutoff wheels are just faster. You know, you just zip right through it. You know, it throws off some of the fibers off of it, but for fast, it's just the way to go. Unless, you know, if I ain't got no choice and I got that other one, I can do it. It just take a little slower, but I like to just jump on it and get it done, actually. Something happened here. I wonder. Around my water. My bad. I'm gonna go trying to find my water real quick so I can wet the ground, just in case. So I'm about to work on this and the crazy thing about it is, as you see, it got some my bad. As you see, it got some a lot of weeds over there, and it's dry too. So my goal is to be able to cut this. I'm trying to show you from here, which this steel that I'm using right now did not want to work properly for me. All right, that should get me started. Motherfucker. Well, now my power done went out. I'm sure that's the plug. stuff. Look like my cord done messed